This economy is crashing so hard and everybody secretly knows it. And it's so unfortunate because it just seems like we're in this downward spiral of perpetual regress and we're not going anywhere anytime soon, at least not in the positive direction. And the saddest part about this whole situation is we're either gaslit by baby boomers, we're gaslit by Bureau of Labor Statistics, our own government, we're gaslit by very successful individuals who are selling a course, or people who are just very lucky or have nepotism or whatever the case may be. And there's just all these what ifs, exceptions, exception here, exception there. And they're just so out of touch with reality and what's truly going on with 95% of Americans. And it's just really sad because we have 5% of the haves comparing themselves to the 95% of have-nots who are trying and working so hard. And honestly, guys, I don't want to be like some kind of conspiracy theorist, but at this point, it just sounds like they're doing some sort of depopulation method. Like at this point, it just sounds like they don't want anybody to succeed financially because they're going to get rid of us or something. I don't know what to think at this point, man. I've seen some people come up with some very interesting theories, and I don't know, man. I think that has some good authenticity to it. Because look at our food, they're trying to unalive us with the garbage food they give us. That's why it's so hard to lose weight in America. I mean, if you look at like the job market's so garbage. So many people coming out of college can't find entry-level jobs. Baby boomers are starting to relate to because they're realizing like, oh man, I just got laid off from my high-level managerial or whatever position. And they're like, man, this job market is tough. I finally see what Gen Zs are talking about. Well, yeah, duh. We've been trying to tell you for the past few years, and you're finally listening because you went through it yourself. The most selfish generation out there. But regardless, guys, I just think that we're in this perpetual regress, and we all know it too. But it's like there's nothing we can do or say about it, because all the statistics are lying against us. They're not in favor of the truth. And like, I was literally looking at this statistic the other day, and it got me so upset internally, I won't even lie to y'all, because the Bureau of Labor Statistics said that the average hourly wage throughout all the United States of America, guess how much it is? Apparently, your average American is making close to $40 an hour. Now, hear me out. Now, your average household, your average American individual, $40 an hour. Now, why I say that is crazy is because we all know your average American isn't cracking half of that. Your average American in the United States of America is maybe making 20 bucks an hour, not $40 an hour. So it's kind of crazy when you think about it, because we're in this perpetual regress, and then on top of it, they're lying about how much we're making. They're saying that we're making like times 2, times 3 the amount that we're making. So whenever you look at our salaries, they have not kept up with our economy. So I'm just assuming all these politicians that are looking at the stats, they're looking at how much we're making, they're like, oh yeah, you guys are making a lot of money. You guys are making on average $40 an hour, and your rent has only gone up this much. So if you don't do good in this economy, therefore you're just lazy, entitled, you're not working hard enough. But when you go to your average McDonald's, it's so funny how you see the hourly wage is not $40 an hour. At least where I live, it's $13 an hour. And that's for a supervisor managerial position. If you're just a regular worker, you're maybe making $11.50 an hour. That's insane, guys. That's a terrible economy. And, you know, this isn't just McDonald's workers, guys. This is working at call centers, IT, cybersecurity. Guys, I seen a cybersecurity job offering $17 an hour for a security analyst position. So when I tell you this is bad, this economy is bad. And it's gonna stay this way. I feel like, unfortunately, it's gonna keep getting worse. And there's nothing, again, we can say or do about it because of the fact we have these two factors. And I'm gonna tell you guys what the two main factors is. I don't care who I offend. I don't care what anyone thinks or says. This is just the reality of it. These are the two main factors. I agree there's many factors. Like, you know, there's politics, there's nepotism, things like that. But I don't think that's necessarily the reason why we're staying this way. I think the two main reasons we're staying this way, is one, because of selfish baby boomers who want to act like this situation doesn't exist. First of all, that's the number one reason. Because baby boomers are so selfish and entitled where they're at, 40, 50, 60 years old or older, right? Not just baby boomers. I'm sure I'm targeting a bunch of generations. And not all of them are like this, of course. We're not categorizing all of them, because I know they like to go in my comments and get offended. But they're not offended whenever they say all Gen Z is lazy though, right? Hypocritical. But anyways, that generation, we all know the older people, they're very, how can I say, they're very hypocritical, and they're so quick to pass judgment on us. Second you pass judgment on them, oh, you're just lazy, you're not working hard enough. But the reality is, if you're an entry-level kid, if you're 20, 30 years old, between that age range, maybe even younger or a little older, and you're trying to do something, man, it is tough. Like, I live in Florida, guys, and I'm gonna tell you guys, the amount of people here moving from like northern states that are like their mid-40s, mid-50s, coming over here with these remote six-figure jobs is absolutely going through the roof. It's insane. All these people here are all out of touch reality. The other group of people I see here are these nepotism babies where mommy, daddy work in Wall Street, or, I'm a social media influencer making 7 figures a year, selling my body on like OnlyFans or whatever the case may be. It's actually insane, guys. It's a disgrace to anybody and everybody that works hard at trying to really improve their life. It's honestly really demotivating. So when I tell you guys that this is not a joke, I really do mean it. Now, the second thing that I think is not working in our favor is not just the politicians themselves, but I actually think that the statistics are not working in our favor. Because whenever you guys look at, things like Bureau of Labor Statistics, or you guys look at, all these different official government websites that tell you things like our hourly wage is $40 an hour, and your average American is making close to 6 figures. It's so insane to me, because your average American is not making close to 6 figures. First of all, your average American doesn't even have a job. Second of all, for those that do have a job, they're not making even half of $40 an hour. Because a lot of professional jobs coming out of school with a bachelor's degree, and sometimes even with a master's degree, if you do get a job, you're not making $25 an hour. Not even. You're not even touching that. So, again, guys, whenever I tell you this, I'm telling you out of a place from experience, like me, myself, and millions of Americans I've heard going through this exact same scenario. So if we truly want to fix our economy, we got to, first of all, the government has to stop lying about statistics, which there's nothing we can really do about that except voting the right people in, I guess. We've seen that happen time and time again from both the Democrat, Republic, left, right, whatever you want to look at it. Seems like none of them really care about us. They do a lot of good talking. Then once you vote them in, it doesn't get anywhere. So I don't really know how much we can do with politicians. The other option that I can see that we can potentially help our situation is maybe having people of importance voice out what we're speaking. Like, I'm speaking baby boomers, C-suite members, CEOs, managers, things like that. But the issue is that all of those people in those specific positions, 95% of the time, are selfish baby boomers who don't care about the younger generation because they think that we're just lazy and we don't want to work. So that's why I don't think we're going anywhere, America. But those are the two main reasons. The false statistics and selfish older generation who thinks that we're just being lazy, we're not working hard enough. We got to stop, man. If this doesn't stop, we're not going to go anywhere anytime soon. We're going to be in this perpetual regress. I'd love to hear your opinions below. Is it just me, or do you guys feel it too? Because I don't care if you're making 6 figures, 200K a year, I know you feel it. You might not be broke, rubbing 2 nickels together, getting the dollar menu, but I can tell you right now, I know you don't feel as rich as you should. Love to hear your opinions below, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Turn on notifications. And it's your boy, Florida Man, out.